Christmas is for many a time of kindness and generosity. It is both a celebration of religion for those with Christian belief, and a time to bring together friends and family to exchange gifts and display their love for one another. A common phrase used around the Christmas period is in fact, "good tidings to you and all of your kin." However, there are some rather strange and creepy urban legends and folklore surrounding Christmas time from around the world. Tales of monsters and spirits who make sure children have behaved themselves throughout the year. There have even been strange customs which took place throughout history and certainly don't fit with the happy holiday vibe we are all accustomed to. So let's take a look at the dark side of Christmas with 10 urban legends that are sure to spook you this December. Belsnickel originated from Germany during the 1800s. He was said to be a companion of Saint Nicholas. However, unlike Saint Nick, Belsnickel had a mean streak. He was said to dress in filthy rags and often wore a strange mask with a long tongue in order to hide his true identity. He would also carry a switch with which he would use to threaten and beat any children who had misbehaved throughout the year. Despite this, Belsnickel also carried candy in his pockets which he would give to the children who had behaved. So despite being scary and dangerous, he did possess a kinder side to those who had been well behaved and respectful to their families. Chances are you may have heard of Krampus. After all, he has been featured heavily in Western media in recent years, including a feature film. His name is derived from the German meaning Folklore, and he is known to be the evil companion of Santa Claus or Saint Nick, as he is referenced to in German folklore. Krampus has a demonic appearance, with horns on his head and a body that resembles that of a humanoid goat. Children of Germany were warned if they misbehaved around Christmas time, Krampus would kidnap them and torture them in his secret lair. As time went by, certain regions of Germany have tried to bury this creepy urban legend, explaining that it is too violent and distressing a tale to allow children to believe in. However, in other areas of the world, including the German-populated city of Flanders in Italy, people are actively encouraged to dress up as Krampus every December and terrorize badly behaved kids. They even hold a Krampus-themed holiday ahead of Christmas known as Krampusnacht. Strange how such a terrifying legend has become so beloved and celebrated in certain cultures. Do you have one of these spooky dolls on your shelf during Christmas time? Quite possibly. The Elf on the Shelf is one of the newest Christmas traditions based on the book by Carol Aebersold from 2005. The book describes elves who watch over families during the month of December and scout out their activities to see if the children have been good or bad before reporting their findings to Santa Claus. However, if a child should touch the Elf on the Shelf, it loses all of its magical powers and will not be able to return to Santa, meaning the kid will receive no presents as they are automatically deemed naughty. The elf is also said to move around when no one is looking and pull pranks around the house. So if you've ever had a fear of being secretly watched or possessed dolls coming to life, then this particular children's story and Christmas tradition is pretty unsettling. In Portugal, there is an annual tradition every Christmas for families to wake up early on the morning of the 25th and have a big feast. This feast is known as Consoda. What's creepy about this celebration is its connection to the dead. You see, the Feast of Consoda was created to honour the dead relatives of the family, which is fine, but is made particularly spooky by one key point. These families do not just lay out plates of food for themselves, but also will place down plates for the spirits of their deceased family members, inviting the lost souls to return to Earth and join them Christmas morn. Trin is a giant cat that prowls the winter streets of various towns and villages during Christmas time, according to Icelandic folklore that is. It is said that this giant cat was vicious and would attack anyone who didn't wear new clothes around the Christmas season. It is assumed this particular urban legend was created in an attempt to make the townsfolk work harder around the holiday period, when more people are prone to laziness. La Befana is a female version of Santa, except unlike Santa Claus, she is actually pretty creepy. You see, this Italian Christmas legend is actually a witch, complete with black clothing and a flying broomstick. She flew from house to house across Italy, delivering presents to the children who had been good that year, and leaving coal and misfortune for the ones who had behaved badly. She also visited people on Epiphany Eve rather than Christmas Eve, I guess to avoid stepping on Santa's toes. Cancerous is a goblin who lives underground and surfaces every year between December 25th and January 6th to wreak havoc on the local townsfolk nearby. The creature is said to be covered in hair, with animalistic features and bearing a foul smell. There have been many versions of this malevolent creature, which originated from countries such as Bulgaria, Greece, and Serbia. In years past, villagers from these countries believed any child born during these dates also may have the misfortune of transforming into one of these goblin-like creatures themselves. And so these newborn babies were wrapped in straw to prevent that from happening. In order to deter cancerous from entering a person's home, people would leave their fireplaces burning all night and doors locked, so no points of entry were available. According to Austrian folklore, this terrifying woman known as Frau Perkta would roam the woods and farmlands during wintertime and break into homes around Christmas and Epiphany. She could either be kind or cruel depending on how the family had behaved that winter. If they had been kind and respectful towards others in their community, the creepy woman would leave a shiny silver coin to reward them. However, if they had been bad, Frau Perkta would slice each of a family open and rip out their organs, replacing them with straw. She would then leave these family members stuffed like human dolls for others to find as a warning. Iceland has an urban legend known as the Yule Lads. These are a band of travelling men who all have a slight resemblance to Santa Claus but behave very differently. The Yule Lads were said to be bloodthirsty killers who travelled the lands playing pranks on people and killing the ones they took a disliking to. They lived with their mother Grilla, a giant creature who we will speak about shortly. Each year, in the 13 days before Christmas, these 13 Yule Lads would come down from the mountains and visit the local children. If a child had been good, they would receive a nice gift, but if they had been bad, they would receive a lump of coal and a visit from their terrifying mother, the giant troll, Grilla. Grilla is truly horrifying. This Icelandic urban legend is said to be a giant female troll with a skeletal frame who ventured down from her nesting ground in the mountain forests to visit naughty children during the night each Christmas. After discovering her prey, she snatches the naughty child from their bed and takes them back up to her mountain home, where she devours them whole. With a story like that, you'd surely be on your best behaviour during the month of December, right? And that's it for today's video. Please remember to give it a like if you did enjoy watching, and maybe drop a comment too, as well as subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an upload. This channel specialises in variety horror content, including creepypasta readings, horror gaming facts and theories, and general interest pop culture horror videos. So if you're interested in all things spooky, you'll find something to enjoy here at SuperHorrorBro. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.